Hey everybody, welcome. It's Suzette Speak Show Live. I'm here live on 102.1 FM for Lauderdale, as well as 102.3 North Miami, Hollywood. Of course, you can catch us in Miami, 94.3 Orlando, 99.7 Vero Beach, and Port St. Lucie, 105.3. So super excited. This is the pre-launch of my show. So excited. I have a friend here who's going to be talking about Amendment 4, which is reproductive rights. And we just got the news that unfortunately, the passing of O.J. Simpson was just announced this morning. So we're going to kick off the show with O.J. Simpson and then go from there. I appreciate you guys watching. We are going to kind of rapid fire different topics today, but hey, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Suzette Speak Show live every Thursday and Friday. Voice of the Caribbean, I Radio FM. Let's go.
Thank you for your contribution to this radio station. Join the team. Focus on Florida Fertility Expo Wednesday with Women Wednesday. We're health is wealth and everything discussed in relation, women's wellness, reproduction, and maternal health. Wednesday at 1 p.m. on INI. For more information, it's so Florida.
All right, let's make this up, girl.
Thank you for your contribution to this radio station.
Mikey, you're good, man. This computer? Come here for Google stuff about OJ real quick, you know. Let me see. I think I'm comfortable. I think this might be a little too low. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You're good. You're good. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, that's yeah. I just needed because I'm on the Facebook Live and the YouTube Live. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to everybody. Wagwan. Not OJ. They saying online. Hey, Kwame. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Yes, just real quick. We're not gonna go hard on the OJ, but you know the people going to talk about it, so we need to talk about it. Just a quick. Where were you? Do you remember what happened? Shout out to everybody watching on the Facebook side. Oh wow. Guys, I'm trying to do like 10 things at once. So let me put up the phone number. Yes, exactly. We're going all back to the car chase. That's all you see on the TV right now. So can I get the paper that has all the call letters on it, so I won't have to look back today? Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, man. Thank you. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Comment and share. Suzette Speaks Live on your radio. Here we go.
Today's Black History Month. On this day, April 11, 1968, President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act of 1968 into law, which included the Fair Housing Act. Also took place a week after the assassination of Martin Luther King.
My water for you is on this stage. My water for you. If you need more, we can grab one outside there in 30 minutes. No. And then you can always adjust it yourself if you need to.
Fort Lauderdale. Yes, indeed. It's Thursday. And time now for us to join Suzette Speaks. Suzette Speaks Live.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Wagwan South Florida, Wagwan Central Florida. Suzette Speaks in the building. It's your midday chick, your hostess with the mostest, attorney, but not on the radio, y'all. We have a little fun here. We have some breaking news. If you just tuned in, you might not know yet. I'm sorry to announce for some of us who may not have known that O.J. Simpson has passed. If you're hearing it for the first time, again, I know it might be a little shocking. If you're on the roads, be careful. But I'm here with a wonderful guest today. And this news that just came out that Orenthal J. Simpson, I don't know if he's famous or infamous at this time, but a little bit of both. But what we've learned today is that he has had a battle with prostate cancer. And so sending out love to the family. I know he has kids. You know, there are people that loved him and that he mattered in a special way in their lives. But of course, we know him from so many different ways. And I want to know if you have any reaction right now. If you turn on your TV in South Florida, listen, WSBN got the white Bronco chase on right now. Okay, I know he's much more than that, but of course that infamous chase. I'm gonna ask my guest today. Actually, we're gonna get her involved in just a second. But if you guys are new, please welcome. Pull up a chair. If you're eating lunch in your car, if you're at the restaurant, and wherever you are, and you're listening, I appreciate you tuning in. This is Voice of the Caribbean Radio, I Radio, and I'm the midday chick on Thursdays and Fridays, 1 to 2 p.m. Suzette Speaks. If you're listening in Miami, tune in or tell a friend to tune in Miami 94.3 FM, Fort Lauderdale 102.1, in North Miami, Hollywood 102.3 FM, Orlando, yes, we out in Central Florida, Kissimmee, stand up, Winter Haven, stand up 99.7 FM, and in Vero Beach, Port St. Lucie 105.3 FM. We all over, y'all. And we are your 24/7 Caribbean American radio station. We're playing music, we have talk shows, we have it all for you. So today, on Thursdays and Fridays, you get a little bit of knowledge. You get a little bit of I guess you call it the public square, where you can call in. We have a phone number for you, 850-446-0562. Gets you right in touch here at the studio. And you can call in and tell us how you feel, 850-446-0562 on Suzette Speaks Show Live. I have an amazing woman with me. We had a whole different topic, y'all. It wasn't OJ. The topic today is not OJ, right? But we're going to talk a little bit about it. If you remember where you were during the chase, whatnot, if it brings back memories, whatnot, you can call us and tell us about it. But I really wanted to talk to her about her personal story. Not only is she a community advocate, she wears many hats. She's a mom, she's a professor, she's a community leader, business owner. There's so much this lady does, and I admire her so very much. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about something that happened in Florida, because we have to keep the people informed. The Supreme Court of Florida Supreme Court, had two major rulings over the last week, and we don't want it to fly underneath the radar. We need to tell the people what's really going on. And they have to do with reproductive freedom in the state of Florida. What does that mean? A woman's right to control her own body. You might know it as the A word. I think I can say it here, abortion. It's kind of a very sensitive topic because we tend to, in the Caribbean community, be very conservative when it comes to speaking on this issue. But there are many times that it's medically necessary when it comes to miscarriage or things like this. So the topic going to get a little heavy. I'm just going to warn you guys, if you are affected by this topic, you know, trigger warning. That's what Em said. The young people you gotta let people know what's gonna happen and what we're gonna talk about. If you're watching on the YouTube site, welcome. Facebook, Wagwan. Suzette Speaks Show Live, and you can follow me on all social media, Suzette Speaks. But before we go any further with the OJ thing, please step up to the mic, my friend, my colleague, Miss Sandra Scherfer. How are you? Perfect.
Out there is having a good afternoon.
Yes.
So here, thank you, Suzette, for inviting me. And so, what I do want to say something before we get started, because you said two things happen in Florida, right?
Yes.
So I thought you were going to talk about Amendment 3.
Oh,
right?
boy.
We got two.
Yes,
so
yes,
one
yes.
of them's bad, the other one is kind of good.
You can talk about whichever one and all of them.
No, but we got to let them know that it's some good things are coming, right?
Yes.
Like big things are going soon, right? So Amendment 3 is about recreational marijuana is also going to be on the ballot. So even though Amendment 4 is going to probably crack a lot of folks' hearts, and it's going to, people are going to face some challenges in the decision that the court has made, but they're actually giving us an opportunity by putting it on the ballot to change some of what the court decided and what the legislators thought the people wanted. But we have to give a shout out to Amendment 3. So we want y'all to, when you go vote for that, we need you to vote for the other thing too.
Absolutely. So we have a lot to unpack here. So Sandra, before you get into the amendments, because all of this is going to be on your ballot November 5th. When we say we have a chance to change it, it means that the voter will have a chance to change it. November 5th is the big election here in the United States, where we're going to vote for president. But also, we tell you already, don't just look at the top of the ballot, right? When you vote, you have to go down each and every election, and these are called ballot measures, right? So different amendments to the Florida Constitution, maybe even to your city's charter, they are important too. So some people like to skip over, the judges, or skip over this or that. No, we need to vote for everything. So we're going to discuss amendments 3 and 4 today. I had 4 on my mind. Sandra reminded me we also have 3 coming up, and we need to tell people from now so we can start to educate each other, and you can educate your sphere of influence, your family, your friends, your church members, whoever you talk to about what's coming up, because half the battle is that people don't know. Yeah. So we got to be showing up to vote, and we also have to know what we're voting on. So Sandra, first introduce yourself as an immigration lawyer. Oh my gosh, first of all, she's Haitian American, y'all. Wagwan, ça passe? Hey, let's go. Let's go. Love for the Caribbean diaspora and Caribbean massive. Represent for Haiti, Shetty. And I love my Haitians. Y'all know I love my Haitians. I got so much Haitians, but it's kind of overwhelming, but I love the culture is so similar. So we're really cousins actually. So you know how that go. So we won't go too deep. But first of all, telling people what you do and as a professional and in the community.
Yeah, so when you asked me to talk about where I'm from, like someone asked me that today, right? And I was like, what do you mean where I'm from or where I'm from?
That's a South Florida thing.
It's always like a complicated answer when people ask you where you're from. I was like, well, I grew up in Miami. But they're like, that ain't the answer I'm looking for, because that was to tell me where you're from, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I have Haitian parents, but I was born in Nassau, Bahamas, so I'm actually considered Haitian Bahamian.
Awesome.
So like Haitian, and that's a real thing, because that's like a category at the consulate in the Bahamas where they got the Bahamians and they got a section for Haitian Bahamians, because we were just big enough part of the population that they have us separated. So Haitian Bahamian parents of Haitian immigrants, been in the United States since the 70s. So I should be more American than I am anything else. However, when you live in a house with two Haitian people, you don't have no choice but to
right.
come out like,
listen,
Haitian gonna be.
My mom used to say, this house, that's America. Inessa, Jamaica. So I was like, it was two people don't understand the clash of cultures that was going on if you're the first or second generation.
Yes.
Serious thing.
You see some of the things the Americans do, and you be like, yo, y'all.
You can't try that. You can't.
My mother be like, leave that where you saw it, you know?
Exactly.
So, yeah, so all that to say, so I grew up in Miami. I'm a proud Red Raider. I went to all the Edisons, but I also had the benefit of going to Shalon. So the people in Miami understand what that means, right?
Big up Miami.
But I left because I didn't want to stay here. Miami was just a little too much fun. So when it was time to go to college, I was like, I gotta go. Lucky for me, but maybe a little unfortunate for my sister and her older friends, is that it took them a minute to get out of school.
We got a caller, Sandra.
We do
already. Okay, hold on. No, keep going.
Okay, yeah. So it took a minute to go to school. So just from that example, I was like, I don't want to be local. I gotta leave because I wanted the pressure. So I went to college in Chicago, came back home, worked a little bit. When it was time to go to law school, left again because studying and living in South Florida ain't easy. I'm proud of those who can do it and do it well.
Yeah.
So I went to University of Florida for law school, and then I'm back. Practicing immigration law. Started off as a public defender first, but I've been doing immigration law for a long time.
Chauffeur Law Group.
Law group.
Yes.
And when I decided to have children, you kind of take a little bit of time off because they disruptive to. Sometimes they can be disruptive to a woman's professional career. That's a conversation.
That could have its own conversation for real.
So I started teaching, and then so I still teach a little bit, and then I practice a little bit. So I do a little bit of all that.
So this is a superwoman, y'all, bona fide. But we have a quick caller. Hey, caller, come true. How are you? Good afternoon. Welcome to Suzette Speaks Show Live. Wagwan, ça passe. Let's go. Ça café. That's my new one. Let's go. How are you? What's your name? No, you got it, babe. Your Creole. No, that's all good. It's one love. Yes. So you have a comment or question today. What's your name? Welcome, Lisa.
Oh, nice.
Yes. What are your thoughts? Woy. Okay, sorry. Let me let you finish your thought. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, well, yes, yeah. Mm. Other people, yeah, other people, yeah, yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, he never get convicted. He never get convicted, Lisa. Hold on there, Lisa. Hold on there, Lisa. Let me just offer. I appreciate your calling and thank you so much for sharing your sentiments. Lisa said, good riddance. Her opinion was very strong. She said, looking at the evidence and how she read upon what happened between, and if we don't know, some of our listeners are younger, Lisa. So let me just fill in what happened in 1994, right? Because some of us were listening with our kids and kids, the way there. So not everybody is familiar with the O.J. Simpson case. I encourage you to Google it because when I have my computer here on my lap and I'm Googling it, and the first thing you see is car chase when you put in O.J. Simpson, and it captured the American psyche at the time. But I'll push back a little bit only because you see from the 70s, O.J. Simpson was almost like a Michael Jordan to black people. Before there was Michael Jordan, there was O.J. Simpson. I'm talking about to Americans. He was a darling uh, college player that superseded race at that time. White folks loved him, black folks loved him. He was the first to secure brand deals when it came to like the 70s and being a Hertz, yeah, man, and kind of spokesperson where we were just coming out of like segregation, and in the 70s here in the United States, racial tensions were still very uneasy. He was a person that was symbolic of kind of the black excellence that was possible. This is all pre what happened in 1994. He won the Heisman Trophy. He was a darling once he entered the National Football League. So there was a following of what should I say, loyal fans of all races, all backgrounds of pre 1994 O.J. Simpson. So why people love him? He was almost, like I said, like a Michael Jordan-esque figure prior to the fateful events where his wife, Nicole Brown Simpson's wife, ex-wife, sorry, at the time, ex-wife, sorry, correct me, Sandra, and her friend Ronald Goldman were found bludgeoned at, was it his home or her home?
Yeah,
Can't remember.
it was. Well, he was paying for the house.
Well, Lord. But no, it was a horrible crime. Let's say it was a horrible crime. And then we remember the trial, and that trial captured the American imagination. It was an 11-month trial. Do you remember how long this was? It was a very long trial, and we got the Marsha Clarks and the rest in peace Johnny Cochran's and the if it doesn't fit you must quit and the gloves and it was so many memorable parts of that trial, but it divided America because just like Lisa B is saying, some people wholeheartedly believe there's no way this man could get off with the evidence presented. And then other people felt in a very strong way this was somehow justice for every black man who had wrongly been convicted. I don't know if I can capture that so simply, but to kind of simplify it just for the sake of time, what we have, that was one of the issues. I think it was a fall from grace by an American hero, really a black American hero prior to this. So I think some people did feel complexity. It was a complicated feeling for some black people here. But I hear your voice. Last comments from you, Miss Lisa from Atlanta. Chigan, next caller. All right, come next caller. Please call. Thank you. 850-446-0562. Suzette Speak Show live with Sandra Sherper. 850-446-0562 gets you right in touch. We were going to talk about amendments. Uno want to talk about OJ. That's fine with me. OJ Simpson, rest in peace, died today at the age of 76 of complications of prostate cancer. Again, commonly referred to as OJ. His name is Orenthal James Simpson, American football player, running back, actor, broadcaster, and many more. But many people know him mostly from this nationally televised trial where he was acquitted of murder. And that lives on in the American psyche. Who do we have? Caller, what's your name? Greetings. What's your name? Yes. Give thanks. Giving thanks. How are you?
I'm giving thanks all the time, every day.
Yeah, man.
We're not really passionate because of my young mind. The mentality that change over a period of time. And you're not telling people reminding her that he was joy. You are innocent until proven guilty. And both those skills are legend in the hearts of many.
Yes.
Regardless of circumstances. Respect you and condolence for all the family of the trial on the other side. But in our heart, I think that's the thing about you are trying to know what he has accomplished in the times before the great Jordan. So, as far as a young man who can't pass all the time, her opinion is hers, and everyone have a right to decide their own destiny.
Absolutely.
She just decided hers based upon what she thinks she knows, or maybe some topic apart from the real thing. So, that's a respect for firmness for humanity and stand firm with tranquility where it is proven to be right from wrong. Because you know what happens? Right becomes wrong and wrong becomes right. When is that? We have to, a lot of us is looking but not seeing. The eyes open but not seeing. But there's many more great monsters sitting down in some island.
Boy. My goodness.
There is so many monsters and creatures trapped out there in the island places right now. I know what I want to talk about them.
Exactly. Wow.
Let's just give them some praises to the Father because He's the one who judge.
Yeah.
Judge not on TV.
We won't. We can't.
If you don't know anything, that doesn't say anything.
So let me comment a little bit, and I'm gonna combine some of what Lisa B was
Yeah,
the
thank
first
you.
one,
Giving thanks.
giving
Thank you.
thanks,
Blessings.
right?
Thank you for your comments, sir.
So one of the things she says that she read one of the books that one of the prosecutors wrote, and got their perspective, and they made it seem as though it was pretty much solid. They had a solid, rock solid case against OJ. And if it was really such a rock solid case, then there's no way he would have been found not guilty of the charges no matter what. So we do need to understand that, when someone's writing a book, they're going to write it from their perspective. And you may, and it wasn't supposed to be an objective piece, right? So that was just their perspective on the case. The prosecutors get to present it the way they want to present it. So of course, if they're writing a book, they're going to make it seem as though he was guilty. But at the end of the day, he was found not guilty, and we actually cannot refer to him as a murderer because he was not convicted of murder.
Right.
So you got to be real careful of the language. If he was convicted, you could call him a murderer, but you really can't call him a murderer because he was not convicted of any murders in that sense. So then, yes, we encourage people to read, but you also need to understand like what the person's perspective and what their motive is in reading and writing what they wrote.
Yeah,
and to the
question
audience
who wrote it and why.
Right, and who the audience is that they're trying to get to.
It's grateful, and I'm grateful. We have two more callers. Everybody want to talk OJ? Call and talk about OJ if you want to call and talk about OJ. 850-446-0562. Suzette Speak Show Live. Shout out to our next caller. Thank you, giving thanks. Thank you, Lisa B. And this is a conversation.
Yeah.
So it's great to keep an open mind to different thoughts,
right,
and different perspectives. So who do we have? Thank you for clarifying that. By law, though, he's not a murderer. Yes, we got to clarify that. Who else do we have? This is Suzette Speaks Live. Who's on the line? Mike. Go on, Mike. Tell me what you feel about the OJ passing.
Maybe he's talking about weed.
Or yeah, what you want to talk about, Mike? Tell me what you want to talk about.
I'm not supposed to.
Shoot the truth.
Once you have your money, you can I have a defense lawyer.
Mm.
You can have a chance. That's what. And I was presidential.
Wow. Well, he has what?
Most of the money.
88.
Show you that if black people had money to spend lawyer fees most of the time, all these cases that they would, all the time they get sent to prison, they would have been because most of the time black people have some defenders and they can't hire a proper legal team. Prosecutors will know that the people sometimes get sentenced and put them up in the way.
Listen, you're talking to two attorneys here, and we're not giving any legal advice. This is for informational and discussion, edutainment. However, we might push back a little bit. We might push back because we know some good public defender right now, Miami and Broward County,
so
and
talk about them.
their load is very heavy. I get that. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't want to cut you off, but let me say one thing.
Sandra, who is a former public defender, let her respond.
So it's not even about defending public defenders. I just want, so since this comes up, this is an opportunity, we always take advantage of teachable moments, right? Yeah. So one of the things that people don't understand in criminal cases, and they usually think that the defendant has a burden of proving their innocence, and that's never what it is. Mm-hmm. It's always the state's burden to prove the person's guilt, right? So in times when you have controversial figures who may be found innocent, it's really the failure of the state because they're the ones that have the burden of proving the guilt of the person that they decided to charge.
Wow. So Mike I say a money thing. If I'm money today, then money can't fix it.
If the state have evidence that you're innocent, they have an obligation to present it too. And if they don't, then you can have prosecutorial misconduct and all types of things that can happen as a result of that.
Yeah, the evidence speaks for itself. I do think the strength of a lawyers differ, right? There's lawyers that have 30 years of experience. There's lawyers that have 3 years of experience. You have lawyers who've seen. Hold on, Mikey. And it's not just money, but your point is well taken. You're gonna have a more experience, hopefully. As far as qualifications, lawyer, the more expensive you go. But then I says they're good. But the point is, I think what Sandra is saying, the evidence speaks for itself. What you can prove. Again, I've seen innocent people who've been let out of prison, unfortunately, because of erroneous evidence. So things like our justice system is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. However, one. Revive me. Listen, anti-cartel being first concert. Me did it first. I'm a big cartel fan, but we'll see what happens. The cartel case also got overturned, but we got from OJ to cartel. All right. Big up, Mikey. We have to take a break. Thank you. Hold the line, caller. We're going to thank you so much, Mikey. We appreciate y'all calling. If you want to talk, OJ, one last caller. We have a minute. Go ahead, caller. Yes, good afternoon. What's your name? Kevin, would love to hear your opinion. What you want to comment on today? Wait, hold on, Kevin. We have to take them. We have to take a break. You something like you have evidence or you want to present. Make we pay the bills. Make we go a commercial. Let's go to. You can't talk. Suzette, speak your life. Kevin, we're gonna catch you in 2 minutes here. Don't hang up. Don't hang up here. I want to hear you right after this. We have to go to our wonderful contributors right now. Thank you. Suzette Speak Show live every Thursday, Friday, 1 to 2. Hold the line, Kevin. Right after this, we'll be back with more on Suzette Speak Show live.
I allow them to hear.
Yeah. No,
then we would not hear her.
No problem. I just asked to see if it could happen, but if it can't happen, it's fine. That's fine. This turned into OJ trial show. Praise God. But if the people want to talk about it, that's good. I'm like, yeah, people like the trial. But I was trying to get a little some of everything. But hey, if people want to talk about the trial, what you gonna do? Shout out to people watching on the YouTube. Shout out to people watching on the Facebook. If you want to make comments about the O.J. Simpson trial, or excuse me, where you were and how you feel about his death, please do so. Please like, comment, and share. I appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate you. Yes. Hey Ace, Wagwan. Thank you so much. We people talking about good riddance, murder. La 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 la. I'm reading the comments, not my part. Hey, Lisa. OJ was a monster and a brutal. Okay, happy. Hey, I appreciate you calling. Hey, Ace, good to see you, first of all. How are you? I was just asking, Humble Lion, who's helping us produce today, and unfortunately, he said the callers can't be played out loud and we can't hear them at like the same time. So the way it's set up, unfortunately, they have to be in our headphones versus out loud, like you can hear. They can hear it outside.
They
Yeah.
can hear the caller, but everything in the studio would have to be off.
Oh, to hear the
So
caller.
I
Yeah.
can play.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll try to
For example, she's talking,
right.
and they couldn't hear.
Yeah, so we got a technical problem with the yes. So we're doing our best, guys. This is just kind of giving you a sneak peek still, but the callers have to be in our headphones versus out loud. So sorry about that. I'll try to reiterate what they're saying. But Kevin was just giving us the play-by-play of who was doing what and what prosecutors found what. So I appreciate you. Sorry. Let me see. Lisa says, I feel like we should have a real debate on this issue. Hey, Lisa. Come on. I appreciate you, Lisa. But no, people are gonna feel very strongly. This was a very divisive case. So I'm not surprised. But for right now, the call is gonna be in our ears, guys. I appreciate you. Hit the like button. Please share, please comment. I appreciate you. Do you want a water? You have water? We have water?
I think it's finished this time.
The water finished this time? Hold on, all right.
You have one right here?
Give me no. So this one is lighter. You think this can hold and give her that water?
Let us see.
Is that open? I don't think this one is open. Okay. Can it hold? I brought one just because. Hey, we're here, Sandra. Thank you for rolling with the punches. I asked her to be ready for amendments. And yes, yes. Yes. Yes, you moved. Yeah.
You know, you gotta, I was like, how can I post? And
Right.
I just posted the article. I
didn't want to post either.
Yeah.
I was gonna post OJ is gone, blah blah blah. But I was like, you know what? Let me think about what I.
I didn't put the rest of
No.
You probably don't want to hear that.
People are very strong.
Respect.
Listen, Lisa, talk about, are you ready for the challenge?
What I mean by that is to say that I took the technicality of what they say.
Right.
That he's not a murderer.
Right.
But I look at people waking up. And don't get me wrong, I keep saying about this like about fortification.
Right.
Don't give me a person to celebrate because they are black.
Right.
Give me a person to celebrate because of the content of
Right,
their character.
right.
And I'm not just cliche.
Integrity.
And integrity, because I'm one of those people. I don't deal with this black and white foolishness. I'm serious. Those are two words that were given to us in the 1600s.
Right.
During the same time as the time that they say, as social construct to divide and rule, and that's the same time they created. That's the same time they also created the white Jesus, not Jesus, but the white version. So I don't play all of that. So we know going back and forth into this, and politicians are doing this big time foolishness in my opinion. It's more division than anything else.
Yes, no problem. I know you want to comment on there?
It's okay if you ask me, but you know, I mean, I'm very opinionated. I'm very strong, so I'm warning. Do your thing, but if you want to come, no problem. My audience, though, my audience knows how I think, though.
Yeah, no, but that's not a problem. Let's we still have Kevin on?
He's still.
Okay.
No, he's gone, but we have another caller, Yannick Miles.
Okay.
That might be Kevin because I didn't have. Let's see. Let's get back to the caller.
Yo, this is a hot topic show today. Super hot. Get to know pepper sauce. Oh, listen. Suzette Speaks Show live every Thursday, Friday. You listening to the voice of the Caribbean, I Radio. We appreciate the callers. We got 3 callers lined up. Let me stop talking. Sandra, how you feel about the last caller? reintroduce yourself just for those just. Mike, you talking about everybody unless you got money. There are people doing wonderful work in the criminal justice system. We just have to remember that. And they look like us, right? A lot of public defenders happen to be people of color. A lot of prosecutors happen to be people of color. So we can't just look by money alone, race alone, those things. We have to, that's even a deeper conversation. So we're not going to digress. Right. Today on the Suzette Speaks Show, we were going to talk about amendments. I was going to talk about with my lady lawyer, colleague and friend, Sandra Schaffer. And she's an immigration attorney, a professor, a business owner, a community activist, and she does so much. And I thought she would be the perfect person to educate us on what's going on and what will be on our ballot on November 5th. We have two big choices to make. We have a choice on legalization of marijuana in Florida, and we also have protection of a woman's right to choose or reproductive freedom. Amendment 4 will also be on the ballot, whether to put that into the state's constitution. We were getting ready to go that direction. Unfortunately, we got the sad news that the late so okay, clearly we got news because some people not sad at all. Like, thank you for correcting me, Sandra, that O.J. Orthal James Simpson has passed away at the age of 76. He is a former superstar, really, in the football arena, in pop culture, and then turned kind of infamous because of the case in which, unfortunately, his former wife, ex-wife, and her friend, Ronald Goldman, Nicole Brown Simpson, were found murdered. And this trial of the century, really, that took place around 1994 over a course of 11 months that brought him into infamy. And again, we've seen him pop up. He had another case, actually. I think he was in a hotel room. He got it. He went to jail. Eventually, that was a makeup call. Some people believe. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But that was a makeup call. People say, basically, he said some paraphernalia, people had taken, and then he went to go get it, and he got a long sentence for that. It was like 30 years. Yeah, and he ended up serving the 9. So he is a died-of free man, but there's so much emotion around this. We got 3 callers lined up. INI Radio 94.3 FM Miami, 102.1 FM Fort Lauderdale, 102.3 FM North Miami, Hollywood, all the way Orlando, Kissimmee, Winter Garden, Winter Haven, all up this. So 99.7 FM Orlando. Tell your friends, y'all. 105.3 Vero Beach, Port St. Lucie, Voice of the Caribbean, 24/7 Caribbean American radio for you on your FM dial. So back to the call. Let's get Kevin. Kevin been waiting patiently. Or who is up next? Just I don't know if I Kevin, but somebody with a hello. Kevin, are you? Thank you for waiting. Please make your point, sir. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
I watched that shot, and as I said, instead of out there, that's violent blood. Unheard of. Never been done before. Come on, blood. I was little on the driveway. I didn't have the same amount of blood that was missing out of those trials. And me, the organ, that blood, that the blood in the system, that was left behind in the no. The entire trial was based on racist stuff. Mr. Bowman, Brown, sorry for what happened to you. But those sentences did not kill you in the span of time that he had. Go on a flight. Drove over there, killed 2 people, big fence, and came home. He did not do it. I don't know if did not do it. Watch the trial and watch the evidence. I'm reading someone's book. We're watching the trial.
So you watch it trial beginning to end. You watch it trial. Lots of people did.
So many people did.
I was working at
So there were TVs everywhere.
So you was watching it while you was working at the Brands Bar.
It was that day with the break at France. We actually carried on. They fired
No. Kevin said he cheered when OJ got acquitted and they fired him from Brandsmart because he was jumping up and down. No. No.
You gotta go, bro.
No, that was like due to your behavior, probably because they felt he was guilty, Lord Jesus. Kevin. Wow. Mm. Kevin, I forgot to take the next caller, but somebody will beep and call you. Somebody will call you. So we're going to analyze what you're saying, but we were going to Google this and we're going to do some research as well. This is the first time hearing what you're saying.
So what Kevin is saying is that there was some reasonable doubt.
Okay, that's what that was. Yes, which is enough. Which is enough to get it not guilty. Well, Kevin, we're sorry to say you didn't lose the job of Brandsmart, but we thank you for the story. Let's go. Next caller, please. Kevin, bless you. Thank you so much for calling. This is Suzette Speak Show Live talking about O.J. Simpson, 850-446-0562. Who do we have on the line, please? What's your name? Too sweet, Wagwan.
I love it.
Lord God. Yes, OJ was known as the Juice. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Talented man.
You can't take
Talented man. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Well, he was found innocent. He was found innocent. Absolutely. He was acquitted. That's you too. Yes, and why did you feel like he was innocent from your eye?
You must
the glove did not fit. You must. Y'all remember that when he held up his hand on the bench on the stand, and he was fighting that glove, and he was trying to fight the glove. And I remember my dad commenting. I was a kid. My dad was like, "No, it don't fit."
But we all know what happens
the leather does shrink when it's in the evidentiary room, sitting in that hot room. It probably shrink up. But whoever told him hold that thing like it's not going. The thing is, it moved and it couldn't get it if it come on in and the jury clearly believed it or at least thought it was valid.
That was one of the big things.
Yes.
There was a couple of things that happened.
That was literally etched in my memory and in the memory of American people. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. They teach that in law school. You got to come up with good theories and themes of your case.
Now he got reasons to kill her.
Hold on now, too sweet.
That house, okay?
He was tired of paying
boys in the cars in the houses that he was paying for. He has some reasons now.
Uno get too spicy. Uno get too spicy. Oh Lord, too sweet. Final comment. Go ahead, sir. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, some people say evidence too, but too sweet. My two more caller. Where to go? All right, we appreciate you.
Say like, they don't think it's right, but they understand.
Blessings, my brother. Thank you for calling Suzette Speak Show Live. I appreciate you. 850-446-0562. Get you right into Suzette Speak Show with attorney Sandra Scherfer. I'm saying it the same way. Scherfer. And she's also an immigration lawyer, a community activist, professor, business owner, and a leader here in the community. Talking a little law with us today. O.J. Simpson unfortunately passed Fortunately for some, I guess. But we are giving respect where respect is due, respect the dead. And he passed today. If you're just hearing it for the first time, again, our condolences to his family. The man had, kids and whatnot. And so there are people that he definitely impacted as far as being a dad and a family member too. But we're going to take your calls, how you feel about it. Next caller, please. Good afternoon. What's your name? Hi, good evening. Okay, Monica. Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am. What are your thoughts? Them love controversy, I don't know. Well, my Lord. What? My goodness. My goodness. Well, we appreciate you, Monica.
The memory is short. So, I appreciate what she's saying.
You remember the OJ from the 70s. So when he was like the Michael Jordan, before there was a Michael Jordan, when he was respected and world-class athlete and spokesperson, and he had an amazing career. People can't take that from him. Listen, Mike, she said, if I go read some book, Amen. Right. No. Okay, Carla, Miss Monica. Okay, we appreciate you.
I appreciate Miss Monica's overall point about us having short memories,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
people always want to maybe remember the last thing, and
Yeah.
they don't look at like
The totality
overall,
of the human
total
being.
of the person.
Yeah.
Most of us don't want to be held accountable or remembered on just our worst day, right?
Right.
You want to look at all of what a person did.
Yeah.
And again, since he was found not guilty, then we can't really factor that in as one of the things he's done. Right. So you really just do need to look at the whole life of the person.
True, and I agree with that. But by the grace of God, there go I. All of us have, potential for great and potential for, evil, if you want to call it that. So when you nurture one, you get more of it. When you nurture the other one, you get more of it. I think what Sister Monica is expressing, there's people on the other side of the coin. I just want to point that out, that feel a heartfelt, joy that he's passed, because in their minds, no matter what the courtroom said, him guilty. And how him get up, them no know. And you still have, people of different races, and I agree with the caller that said that had a big racial influence.
It did.
Because there were white folks that we watched and they were like, what? Tears. People cried. And I'm not saying that wasn't warranted. I'm just saying that I remember that. That was etched in my memory, like the different reactions among racial, ethnic backgrounds in our country. And so till this day, you're going to have people, and it doesn't say one race felt one way, because people on both sides were of different backgrounds, etc. But there was a very stark difference.
So, but the culture was like,
the black people was happy. People was like, we got one.
Just because of so much injustice, right? Yeah. And it's unfortunate that you gotta take joy in something that probably wasn't a good thing to be joyous of. In order for it to just feel like it's some sort of balancing. It's a win.
I'm enjoying the conversation. If we have any more callers, we're gonna we'll come on in, caller. We'll take the call 850-446-0562. 850-446-0562. Suzette Speak Show live Thursday, Fridays, and we have one more caller. Let's go to them. Good afternoon, Suzette Speak Show live. Who is calling? Hi, Mr. Richards. Oh, welcome. What is your opinion? Tell us. Mm. Johnny Cochran was a masterful attorney. Rest in peace, for sure. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. Reasonable doubt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you know, a lot of people had a problem with how OJ lived afterwards. Like him never have any remorse or him never try to stay out of the way or out of the limelight. It's like the man really enjoyed the limelight. I think because yeah, and he was found liable in the civil case. I think it was a $33 million judgment. Was it more? Mm, mm. In your opinion, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. You watch it every day, every day. Now people watch that show. I'm sure that case every day. Mm-hmm. I remember. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It didn't mash up Marsha. I remember Marsha mash up. Marsha was looking so together back at the beginning of that case, and let me share some sentiments as well, sir, because Mr. Richards, because we have some people commenting on the YouTube side too. Big up Lisa, she commented as well. It is still so saddening that people make a joke out of a brutal murder. It's one thing to understand why the jury acquitted, but it actually celebrates the man's this murder is triggering. Lisa, thank you for your comment here on the YouTube side. I don't think that that's what they're celebrating.
It's
Yeah.
What happened in the courtroom
Mhm.
is more what is being celebrated. No one's celebrating the death.
The death of any human being.
I don't think that's what the
they're
sentiment
celebrating.
was.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
the people who are supporters of him, it was
Yes.
not. They didn't. It was unconnected to the death. It was all about like what happened with him in that courtroom and the outcome of what happened. It had nothing. It was unconnected to that death. They were able to demarcate and separate the two.
Yes. And so, Mr. Richards, on your final comment, sir. So you said from you watched the trial and how Johnny Cochran came in and basically single-handedly set the foundation that reasonable doubt could be found.
A lot of
That
ways.
there
a
was
lot of
no
ways.
there was no way you saw that there could have been a guilty verdict. Well, Mr. Richards gone? Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Yeah,
too
a
much
lot of
mistake.
mistakes. And someone had mentioned Mark Furman's name, right?
Yes.
And one of the things Mark Furman did was like he got on the stand and said he never used the N-word. I'm like, you shouldn't do that, right?
Lies,
Like,
yes.
listen, you don't do that because you
Yes.
you said that. Like,
Yeah.
you're a police officer, you ain't
Yeah,
said
in
the N-word,
LA
get out
at
of here.
that time.
At that time,
Mhm.
at any time, and then you're calling yourself a what do you call it, like a military buff and all of this. And the crazy thing was like he was in the middle of doing some book or something,
Mhm.
and they had recordings of him saying the N-word. I guess he
Yeah.
didn't think, the defense would be able to get access to that information. But that was one of the other things that he did that happened in that trial that didn't need to happen. He should have just owned it that he said it, and it could have made a difference.
It could have. Mr. Richards, final comments from you, sir. Mm. Mm. Right. You have to let go the old. You can't continue control people after the relationship is done. In your opinion, thank you, Mr. Richards, and that jealousy can play. You too. Thank you
You
for the
too. Thank
call.
you
We
for calling.
appreciate you calling. And then again in this civil suit, thank you, Mr. Richards. Blessings. And if you want to call in, last chance, 850-446-0562. I'm going to give attorney Chandra Sheffer final comments on this. And again, Mr. Simpson was found not guilty in the criminal case, but in the civil case, 1997, a civil suit by the victims' families found him liable for the deaths of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald L. Goldman and ordered him to pay $33.5 million in damages. But I don't think he ever paid it. He paid very little of the debt, moved to Florida, and struggled to kind of like, he was a fixture down here. We saw him at the golf course every minute on the TV, every minute at the celebrity this and the celebrity that.
For taking somebody in a road rage.
And road, yeah, he was never quiet after that. He was all around the place. Yeah. So yeah, he was trying to raise his kids. I don't know if he was messing with him or he was messing with people.
Whatever it was,
But every minute he's in the news still, and people would bring up the old stuff.
Yeah.
And people like, why is this man free? Why is this? Like, he brought up so much stuff, and the man was just, I don't know. He never stayed quite under the radar. He was a big figure. He was bigger than life. Maybe he was used to being larger than life.
Like, if I did it,
you'll go write a book called If I Did It. Why would you write a book called If I Did It? No, exactly. So he can't be recharged criminally and can't be retried twice in the American justice system. So even though we're going to make book, I said, well, if you not go sit down. Thank God I go sit down.
He had some bills to pay.
He said he was gonna write a book and then end up back in jail for the Las Vegas retaking of his own property. Served 9 years, came out, and it was just kind of weird. And then he had the prostate cancer diagnosis. So what are you gonna take away from this? I wonder. You think they're gonna tell
30 years later that people are still talking about OJ is absolutely what you take away from this, right? This happened back in 1994. We hear this like 30 years later, and it still garners the same amount of passion or excitement, hurt,
confusion,
pain, whatever,
upset.
All of that, right?
Yeah, everybody feels some type of way.
Same emotions in those 30 years ago.
Sandra, how can people get in contact with you? We have to give you a plug.
So listen, I don't practice law like that for me to be giving out no phone numbers.
Okay, no, that's cool.
Like
that's
that.
cool.
So I just
is there any project or anything? Did you get elected?
No, we just need people. No, I'm not going to ever run for office, but I want to manage campaigns.
Okay, fantastic.
But what we want to encourage people to vote. That's what I really need to. That's what I'm going to leave on.
Yes.
And
while
you're voting for weed.
Amendment 3, Amendment 4. November 5th, we'll be voting on legalization of recreational marijuana, Amendment 3, and whether or not a woman should have the right to reproductive freedom, Amendment 4, putting those two things in the state constitution.
Is a good thing. And the thing is, like, so Mrs. Zach keeps talking about November 5th. That is the last day you can vote. I'm always one of those people like register for your vote by mail ballots, right? So you'll know what's on there or vote early. But then we have early voting in Florida, and the early voting period is going to be from October 26th to November 2nd. So always early vote. But in order for you to vote in that election, you got to register to vote by October 7th.
Thank you. So make sure you're registered. Make sure if you never vote, if you didn't update your address or your signature or you moved or whatever, contact the supervisor of elections office. It's easy. Go to their website wherever you live, whatever county you live. Broward SOE, Miami-Dade, Orlando, what was that? Orange County, wherever you, Osceola, St. Lucie County. Go on their supervisors of election and make sure you are registered. We appreciate Sandra for coming through. We appreciate you. Also, I wanted to give a quick plug. People always have said them no hear about no political activity going on. Tonight, the Broward Democrats will be hosting an open house. This is a get to know your friends and neighbors and see how you can get involved. So the Broward Democrats open house tonight is at Art Serve. And I want to make sure you guys know where you can go. This is free information hosted by the East Broward Dems as well as the Broward Democratic Party. Thank you so much for listening. Suzette Speaks Show live every Thursday and Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. I'm here tomorrow with City of North Miami Beach Commissioner Daniela Jean. We're going to be talking but we just tune in. More politics, but make sure if you want to check out Art Serve tonight, 5:30, go check them out. Follow me on all social media, y'all. Suzette Speaks. Love y'all. Big up INI Radio. Big up Voice of the Caribbean. Lisa B is next. I appreciate you listening. This is exciting. Yes.
Sometimes I'm like,
No, I
working on my
appreciate
signals
it.
for her.
No, yes, I was
But
just
when
like,
she gets it, she goes,
this was fun. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys sharing your opinions. We got to do a quick switcheroo because she's coming in 3 minutes. Thank you, Sandra. I hope you enjoyed it. We was going to talk politics, but we got a whole nother lesson. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and share. Appreciate it.